the mission today is to hike in behind the campground. If you look on a map behind where our campground is in Marguerite Forks, there's a mountain range that runs between the Cabot Trail and Shore Road, where Chimney Corner and Whale Cove Beach is. And there's a big valley called Mill Valley. I'm here with Canary, Gord, and Rick. And yeah, we're gonna do a little hike to scout Mill Valley today.
Gang, gang.
So behind the campground, there's a bunch of old roads. There's one that crosses the back end of our property. It's called the Chimney Corner Road, and it goes from Cody Road all the way to Chimney Corner Beach. If you look on the map, it is still registered, but there's also some private logging roads, which we're on right now, which in the wintertime when there's a lot of snow, they're pretty fun to ski down. And they kind of zigzag up the mountain, back up to the top of the range, to these big ass hardwood stands. What do we got here?
We got some shale.
Oh, geez, we got some, I don't know, then. Bottom of the ocean on the top of a mountain, I suppose.
So we got to the top of the, cresting the mountain behind the house, and the road kind of ends. So now we're heading up, directly up top of the ridge. And I'm going to coast over top and down into Mill Valley, and hopefully find some old remnants of old sawmills.
Do a long john looking for you.
Oh, good.
Strip them off. Huh? Have to strip them off.
So we just crested up on top of the mountain. We're at like 900 feet of elevation, and big old hardwood stand up here. Look at this. Boom. Yeah. Explain what those are?
Those are oysters. Oyster mushrooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you were to grow them in agar, you'd want to take this soft tissue that keeps flaking away. You want to put that in agar, and it will grow inoculation for you. It's beautiful. Common puffball, but you can see how it naturally exploded because of the gases in it, because it's peeled away. If you stepped on it, it would have a slit in it. If something stepped on it, it would have a cut mark. Yeah. But this has like a nice peel away effect.
So we are just riding the ridge down into the head of Mill Valley. And we're going to see, and hopefully that there's a brook down here, and then we're going to follow it and try to find some of the old sawmills.
So this forest covered in birch and beech and whatever else, and this is yellow birch. Yeah. So red birch doesn't taste like anything, doesn't smell like anything, it just smells like fucking wood. But this is yellow birch, and so you take a fresh branch and you twist it around like this, and have a sniff of that.
That's like wintergreen.
Yeah.
Birch beer.
And so you peel that piece off, you can chew on that. That'll tame your hunger and keep your mouth wet.
And fresh.
Yeah, and fresh. Fresh for the ladies, Gord.
And we have found a brook. We're down pretty neat valley. Brook is right there. Boys are coming down right there, and this is a nicer brook than I thought, and it's going to merge when we go down a little further. It's merging with another stream, and hopefully we get into where the old mill sites were.
Look at you go, Spider-Man. Ho ho! Look at you. Easy now. Easy now.
Well, this is a lot less slippery than the other one.
Yeah. This is Mill Brook, folks.
And I mean, it looks like it's just a
So when I was growing up, my dad used to run Boy Scout troop, which wasn't really, I mean, it was called Boy Scouts, but it wasn't really Boy Scouts. Didn't do all the badge stuff, well, from what I remember. But one of the trips was to come down this valley, and they found the old sawdust pile and camped where one of the mill sites was, and dug a hole inside the sawdust pile. And as it was decomposing, it was emitting a little bit of warmth. So it was the middle of winter. They came in, cut some holes into the sawdust bank, and set up camp there. So that's kind of what we're looking for.
So this right here is called witch's butter. It's a slime mold. And so you can cut it off and you can put it in your soup. And if you put it in while it's boiling, it will thicken up the broth, kind of like a nutritional yeast does. Now, if you put it in afterwards, it'll give you the texture of like a noodle. But yeah, you can eat it just like this. It's just like Jello.
I guess the moose come up this valley.
Fire base.
So there's one camp food that rules them all. And this is this type of ramen. Got multiple packets of flavoring, way better than Mr. Noodle. And we're here at the Brook, having a little camp, and they're getting the fire going, coffee, and a little ramen. Well, we didn't find the mill. Getting kind of close to the cutoff points. We're going to head up, grab a road, and hike out and get this mill next time. But beautiful little valley. Lots of deadfall.
Oh, we're doing the fucking Lord's.
So we found no mill, but found a little road zigzagging up the mountain. So we're into the territory where there used to be sawmills. And I don't know if you can see this. There's a road, bank, road, runs up this way.
Yeah, young ones.
So we finally found a road, old Loggin Road, well used, probably not used in the last 20 years, 15, 20 years. But this one heads over the mountain range back towards the Cabot Trail. And yeah, easy access for getting back into Mill Valley. And this whole mountain range that we're on right now is on the eastern side of Mill Valley. And you can kind of ski through a lot of it. It's all been harvested and cut, so it's a lot of younger hardwood stands. But yeah, if you had a good trail, you can ride these ridges all the way up in the wintertime and ski. And pretty beautiful, beautiful stands. And there we go, a little loop back to the Cabot Trail, and I think like 15, 16 kilometers. There's the valley. Time to get some coffee and get some food.